I'm gonna be keeping a video diary of my first D&D campaign that I'm DMing, or being the dungeon master for. I'm running it with my husband and my two kids. They're 9 and 6 years old, so actually he's still 5. He's not quite 6, so it makes it really interesting. I'm running the Sunless Citadel. We're doing it in the 3.5 edition of the D&D rules. This is my first time playing at all in 3.5, and I'm DMing, so that's a little bit crazy. It's a classic dungeon crawl, lots of rooms, some warring factions, a couple of different areas of lore. I actually really like this module. It's not set in any particular D&D setting, so I chose Forgotten Realms because I know the northern Sword Coast setting pretty well. So I started the party outside of Neverwinter, and the year is around in the 1480s. So they start journeying to the east from Neverwinter because they're starting out because they're treasure hunters. The ranger, so my husband is playing an elf ranger. He's out in the woods, and as he's camping, he meets the other two in the party. We've got an elf rogue. That's my 5-year-old, so he's kind of nutty, and a human wizard, which is my 9-year-old. So they're traveling to actually Oakhurst, which is near, if you look on the Forgotten Realms map, it's going to be near Thunder Tree. Oakhurst is not on the map. It's a module town that I placed as they recommended, near Thunder Tree. So they have to go about 40 miles. They meet on the road. They've heard that there's this buried citadel, and they're going to explore it. On the way, I actually threw a twig blight at them. The module doesn't say to do that at this point, but I wanted them to have a little battle to get their feet wet with the mechanics and to get them a little bit interested. They get to Oakhurst, so I use the magic apple hook, where there are goblins that come once a year and they auction this magic healing apple, and no one knows where it comes from. So the party goes to look for, get clues. So they arrive the night before the solstice, so the night before this auction, and the next day they snuck around town, which was really funny. I had them rolling sneak and stealth checks, and they were hiding behind things, and the kids had fun with that. So they see the auction, and they actually decided to follow the goblins, which I thought was pretty cool, pretty clever. They followed the goblins back, and they find the ravine where you go down into the Sunless Citadel. So they went down the rope into the ravine, fought some dire rats. That was actually pretty funny. They fought the dire rats on a ledge, and my kids were really starting to get into the role play at this time. And so my 9-year-old wizard decided to mage hand the rat off the ledge. So he yeeted one of the rats, and then my son, who's the rogue, stabbed the rat, and he kicked it off the ledge and said, "Fly like an angel." So he's a really crazy rogue. So they go down the rest of the stairs. They get down into the courtyard right outside the Sunless Citadel. They have to cross a whole bunch of rubble and do some dexterity checks. They ended up okay. The rogue actually found the pit trap right at the entrance to the Sunless Citadel, and he disarmed it, and everyone went in. And then my 5-year-old was upset that they didn't get to fight. So our semi-insane elf rogue turns around and jumps into the pit trap to fight the dire rat down there. He beat the dire rat actually on his own. He got I gave him surprise. My 9-year-old, who is actually really getting into using his spells, he cast Ray of Frost, which was a really great choice for a ranged attack. He missed on the ranged attack, but it was a good choice. And they beat the dire rat, and right now they're in the tower shell. So we're going to do the next session. I'm learning about how to balance giving players freedom versus kind of nudging them to progress the plot. It's especially interesting with kids, and yeah, we'll see where the next session goes. I'm really hoping that we get to it soon because it'll be fun.